Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at Materia white version and normal version. Alright, so as you can see, these are completely out of the box, straight build. As you can see, I put it in a nice little cutesy pose, kind of mimic the pose of Rem and Ram from ReZero. I swear they did something similar to this in the anime. Yes, there is a Frame Arms Girl anime. These two are actually in it. I guess they had it where like the first 5 or 6 Frame Arms Girls, they featured them in an anime. There's only one season of it, so it's only like 12 episodes long. Anyways, the anime is decent. It's not like Build Fighters, where, you know, there's a little bit more story behind it, but anyways, it's a decent little anime. I mean, if you really want to watch something and you want to watch these girls being animated in the series, then, you know, more and more power to watch it. But if you're really just into just buying the kits and building it, you don't really need to watch the anime. So anyways, let's get into what the kits look like. We start off with the normal version. Put the white version down here. And as you can see, basically really nothing to this kit. Just a standard Frame Arms Girl, just nothing really, no thrills, no nothing. They actually would make very good artist dolls, because I know, you know, some people have it where they want a little bit more than just just a standard artist doll that has it where it's just made out of wood or, you know, plastic and it has no features on it. But this can kind of give you a little bit more something that you can work with, especially with like trying to learn how to draw hair in certain poses and draw face details in different areas, especially like an anime figure. There's really no like, well, I mean there is, but really this would be a cheap, I mean it's about the same price as what an artist doll would be anyways, so you might as well just end up buying something that you actually like posing and have it where you get a little bit more detail and you can actually have it where you can do a little bit more. But as you can see, there are color apps missing. This section right here is supposed to be painted in gray. Some more black areas are supposed to be around here. Kind of see on the box and versus the kit. You see what needs to be painted and what does not need to be painted. So let's move on to articulation. And as you can see, you have a ball joint at the head, which allows you to look up that far, look down that far. Get side to side, full 360 degree swivel. Your arm can go up that far, can go down all the way, can rotate 360 degrees. You have a swivel here, which I've noticed on this one, the normal version, she has very, very tight joints, opposed to like the white version where her joints are a little loose. You'll see that in probably a couple blurps where her arm falls off pretty easily. Her left arm, for some odd reason, has it where, or I should say right arm, sorry. This side on her arm comes off pretty easily, with like no effort. Easy way to fix that is you just take some Tamiya thin cement glue and then just put it on the peg, let it dry, and then that'll basically bulk up the arm just a little bit, so that way the joints can be a little bit tighter. But as I said, the joints on her are very loose, the joints on her are very tight, even though technically they're the same kit. But the black plastic is very stiff compared to the white plastic, which is kind of loose. It's a little loose, not horrible. Anyways, so there's your arm, nice single joint. Here's your hand. We got that ball joint. Not ball joint, but you have that ball there. You can rotate it up and down, rotate it all the way around. We got for your waist, so as you can see, she can bend forward about that far and back about that far. You have basically a ball joint here, and then you have another ball joint back here. But what kind of limits her, she can also bend forward about that far. This second ball joint down here. She has a nice little butt flap, so she can cover her butt, even though technically there's really nothing to her. There is in the one manual for the white version where it shows that you can actually buy clothes for the characters. I mean, I guess you could do that, or, you know, that's from that one specialty store. Pretty sure Barbie clothes might work too. I mean, if you're really worried about, you know, having these posed and people making fun of you for having half-naked lewd girls on your shelf, then I guess these aren't really the kits for you. But if you're going to be worried about putting clothes on them and making them not look as so, let's say, non-PG-13, then I guess I think people would be giving me a little bit more suspicion because you're dressing your figures. But anyways, onto the legs, you have your up and down movement. So this was the earlier design. Basically what it is it's just a little tiny sliding gimmick that's inside here that basically goes up and down. I'm sorry, didn't see that. So there's a little sliding gimmick. And they kind of went away from this joint. I mean, they still have it where you can do an up and down motion, but in order to put this leg on, you have to push this down and then slide the leg in, like so. And lost both of our hands. Put that back on. So her leg can kick up that far. Now without that, so without the sliding gimmick, it'll only kick up about that far. But with the sliding gimmick coming down, you can actually kick it up a little bit higher. With the sliding gimmick down, her leg can only go that far back because her butt actually prevents that. If you pull it down a little bit, you can get a little bit more of a bend backwards. So as for legs, there is a rotation here. We have a single or double joint at the knees, so for a nice double jointed leg. This is very, very posable kit, so you can actually get her in some really decent poses. Her ankle, so you have a full rotation up here at the top of the ankle. You have all the way down, all the way up. You have another rotation, which if you let it do that, you can go fully all the way around. Then you have a nice little toe bend that can kind of be posed with that. And as for the splits, well, she can do a pretty decent set of splits, and especially with that coming down almost fully. So, as for accessories, we'll go into accessories, because the white version is pretty much identical in articulation. Like I said, it is a little loose in some areas. I've noticed that her one arm pops off very easily. Might be just my kit, I don't think, because all the other parts are just fine. But I do notice that there was a difference between the plastic. The white plastic seems like it's a little easier to cut. Black plastic is a little bit more, I don't know really how to say it. It's not fragile, but it definitely leaves numb marks pretty easily. If you can see that, see the numb marks right there, and then there's numb marks right there. That definitely had it where I was using my God hands, and even that still stressed the plastic enough where it caused it to show a little bit of white. Anyways, so I'll get these two back up. And she can stand on her own. It is highly recommended that you kind of do an action base. You have an actual peg in the back that you can actually plug in an action base and have her stand that way. But she will stand on her own, and you don't really have to worry too much. Or if you have her posed with, you know, another materia, you can have it where they can stand together. Like I said, she can stand on her own as well, even in that pose. So let's move on to accessories. So here they are with their open express hands, or jazz hands, as I like to call them. Here they are with their open hands, closed fingers. Here they are with their holding hands. So here are another set of holding hands with pointed finger and or extended trigger finger. And last but not least, your closed fist. Now on to faces. You have your straight look, happy face. You have your off and looking to the left, smirk face. And last but not least, you have your off looking to the right with open, happy smile. And so if you want to swap the faces out, it's actually pretty simple. All you do is you just take the bang part out, like so. And then just pull the face off. Ah! And what's nice is that these are the same exact kit, so if you really wanted to, you can give your Materia white version blue eyes and have her neck fall off. Off with her head, I say. Anyways, so if you want, you can actually switch up the faces and have them both have blue eyes, or you can have them both have pink eyes, or vice versa. And actually, because this kit is the way it is, you could swap around a lot of parts. So if you want this one to have all black and gold, you can do that, and then this one with white and gray, or vice versa, or you could just switch the heads and whatever. Anyways, so there is another set of accessories that do come with the kit. You do get these little sleeves here. You can actually take these off. As you take these off, and just peg on there like that. I guess I should have done the other one. The other one's actually a little bit easier to pull apart. Anyways, so these are your hard points that you can actually mount other things to your kit. You basically have two of these on each arm, so there's two there. You got two that can go down here, and then you have the one in the back. So you have 5 hard points that you can actually put on this kit. So let's see, is this one? I just kind of clipped this off. I didn't see if this one was for this leg or if it was for this leg. Looks like it goes for that one, so we'll just do that one. So as you can see, they give you both parts for both sets. So all together, you get 5 hard points that you can actually plug into. Then you can put basically weapons on there, or other armor parts or anything like that, or you can just make your own custom stuff. These are the standard 3mm peg, so you can actually put, if you wanted to put a shield that kind of sticks out a little bit more, you can actually do that. Or you can have it where like you use part of a runner, you can cut it down and make your own connection point, so that way you can have them like kind of another 3mm point that can go over on the top of it, and you can kind of just make a union for those two. Anyways, so they basically just have it where it's like that and like that. And both kits are the same, so this one will come with those. And that's pretty much all there is to the accessories. As I say, this kit is very basic, so it doesn't really come with a lot of stuff, but it does give you a lot of options that you can actually customize it yourself. You can paint it yourself. As you can see, this is the injected molding that's on here that I really don't like. It kind of just gives extra lines that doesn't. Luckily, this one was just plain gray, not metallic like I thought it was going to be. That's what I get for not reviewing that one at the same time as I unboxed this one. So anyways, they do have it where you can basically do anything you want with them. Now, if we want to move on to size comparisons, we can actually see how tall these kits are next to some standard kits that are either in the Kotobuki line and or the Bandai line. Okay, let's first start off. Here they are, standing next to a ruler. They're about 6 inches tall. We've got the RX-78-3 for 1/100th comparison. So they're about up to shoulder height on a standard 18mm tall Gundam. Or 18 meter, sorry, not 18mm. It would be really, really tall. Short Gundam. What's nice about these kits is they actually, I have one actually posed with a Serpent Customs bazooka, and they actually have it where the hands can actually grip the 1/100 scale weapons pretty easily, as long as they have small handles and everything like that. So I have one that's like that. Here they are next to a 1/44th scale Crossbone Gundam, which Crossbone Gundam is actually pretty short, that is. But with those extra, the X on the backpack, it actually makes it a little bit taller. Here they are next to the Frame Music Girl Hatsune Miku. As you can see, they're about the same size. And then, last but not least, you have the Megumi Device Archer, which the Archer is actually a little bit smaller. It's known as a 1-to-1 scale, and then the Frame Arms Girls are non-scale. But all the weapons that are on are the same, so you can actually swap them over. Same with like the Frame arms kits, and then the new hexagear kits. They all have the same connection points, and you can actually mix and match all those parts together and have them where you can make one big unit or whatever customizations you want to do. So as you can see here, I have them all posed up with some weapons. We have the white version holding a sword, and we have the normal version holding a shield and a rifle. Basically, those are weapons from, well, that one's from the Magovi device, and the other one is from the GPO, it's not GPO3, it's the Unit 3 from the ARC-78-3. There we go, that's the one. And then I've got a beam rifle from a GM command type. But anyways, you can use pretty much whatever weapons you want, both 1/100 and 1/44 scale. 1/100 scale, obviously they're a little bit bigger, bulkier, and that's kind of the whole point of some of the Frameworms kits anyways, is they got some really big, bulky weapons. But if you want something that's a little bit more accurate, I would go with like a 1/12 scale, because that's roughly what these figures are about scale-wise. They're about 1/12 scale, even though Box has non-scale, they're the same size as a 1/12 scale kit. So there's lots of accessories out there for 1/12 scale kits, and you have it where you can pose them up and do whatever you want with them, and they're actually really fun little kits. Basically, this is exactly what they come with. Well, they don't come with the gun or the shield or the, the sword or anything like that. But as you can see, they're great little platforms for customization. And if you have it where you're an artist and you want artist dummy that actually has a little bit more soul to it than just, a hunk of wood that looks like a human but doesn't have any features on it, this would be perfect. You can put it up in a pose with weapons, and then you can kind of learn how to basically draw it in a certain aspect. But anyways, these are great little kits. I can't wait to tear these apart and start painting them. I'm definitely going to get rid of that gold-ish bronzy color on the white version. I might go with an actual gold, or I might just not do gold. I'm not really a big fan of gold, so I'm trying to think of another color that would go great with the white and pink aspect. I guess gold is kind of cool, but whatever. Like I said, I'm not a really big fan of gold. Might do silver, or maybe pink or something else. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe a rose gold would actually be kind of cool. Anyways, that's for another video. This was just another modeler. These were the Frame Materia Girls white and normal version. And if you liked the video, hit like. If you didn't like the video, well, then you can hit thumbs down. But anyways, I will see you guys next time for the next kit review.